Hello, Facebook. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, YouTube. Hi, how are you doing? Say hi if you're coming on. Say hi. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I can see how many people watch it after I post it. Okay? Okay. As I said, it's currently down. This card is going to be a wrap. He's currently sanding it down, as you can see. The wrap, I will not reveal to you until it is done. Okay, there is the Cash App on Facebook. There is the Cash App. Okay. Hopefully, sometime soon, that wrap is on. And this card came some ways. Okay, there it is on YouTube. Okay. All right, so I'm making Dr. Pepper Sloppy Joe. That's what it's called. But the title is called Dr. Pepper Sloppy Joe, but I am making it with Coke. Okay, I am making it with the Coke. Just one can of Coke. You can use Dr. Pepper. I'm guessing you could use Pepsi, but I don't know. So, got this bowl, because I'm going to double the ingredients, because the video said only 1 pound of ground beef, but I got 2. So I want to make it big enough to double the recipe, because I'm not using canned sloppy dough. So I've got brown. I'm going to tell you what I got, and I'll tell you the measurement as I put it in, because I don't have it memorized off the top of my head. Okay, and this may not be the order that I'm putting it in, but I know the Coke goes first. That I do know. Okay, we got brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, ketchup. Oh yeah, the ketchup goes second. I remember that. Tomato paste, liquid smoke, onion powder, garlic powder, ground mustard, paprika, and apple cider vinegar. Now I'm almost out, so if it's not quite enough, I'll open the new one. Okay? So we're going to do that first, because it's going to go in this pan, and it's going to kind of boil, and then it's going to simmer until it thickens up a little bit. Okay? And I got the oven preheated to 420. I'm going to put the Coke in the bowl first. I got the oven preheated to 425 for some French fries I'm going to have on the side. Okay, you can have whatever you want on the side. French fries, chips, with a pickle, whatever. Okay? Oh, yeah, and I've got a little bit of onion, and I'm going to put a little bit of bell pepper. It said, he said green bell pepper, but mine's going to be multicolored. Red, orange, and yellow. I don't like green bell peppers, so. Okay? Now, let me get I don't always use my measuring spoon. I don't know why, I just don't. So, I'm going to use them today. He said a teaspoon or 2. Do I have I also have a 2 teaspoon, but I think that's in the coffee. I use it for the coffee. Okay, so 1 teaspoon. Okay, I got my fries right here. I know. Okay. Now, before it melts, I do have a popsicle that I'm eating. Okay? So, I'm going to play the video. I'm going to pause it after each thing he said so I can put it in the bowl. Okay? So let's go with this. And it came from Facebook Cooks, my group on Facebook. If you're not part of it, you can join Facebook Cooks. And there's a lot of recipes in there that I post and other people post, and you can post recipes in there too. Okay? But since this guy His name is Russ Lee. Russ and then Lee, Lee. He does not have a title, so you can't just look up Dr. Pepper Sloppy Joe and it pops up. Just look up Russ Lee and you'll see all his recipes, and you go through it until you see the one where he's holding a Dr. Pepper can. You'll see that. Okay? Okay.
So the other night I did taco.
Wait.
Well, we're going to start out today with some Dr. Pepper. 1 12-ounce fluid can.
Can't turn it down some. Oops, how did that happen?
1 12-ounce fluid can. 1 cup of ketchup. And we're going to go ahead and fill that cup up. Keep
Okay.
it going.
So he said 1 cup. If you're writing this down, follow me. 1 cup of ketchup. 1 can of Coke or Dr. Pepper. 1 cup of ketchup. Now I'm doubling it, so, and I forgot about this, so I'm going to go grab me a second can of Coke. Put it in here, and then I'm going to do 2 cups of ketchup. But I'm just going to tell you the amount he says, and then I'm going to double it, okay? So 1 can of Coke, 1 cup of ketchup. Okay, so let me open this and put, and it does not need to be cold. It could just be room temperature. Or if you're doubling it, I guess you could get a 20-ounce bottle. I mean, 12 ounces from a can and 12 ounces is 24. But I guess 20 ounces from a bottle would be okay. All right? You're almost out of water, Brownie. And you are out of food. Okay. Anyways, all right. So, I'm getting the 1 cup, my 1 measuring cup. Hold on, guys. If for some reason the star comment's not at the bottom again, I don't know. Sorry, guys. I forgot to paste the Amazon wish list, and I'm going to pin the Cash App, but last time I couldn't see it, but my husband said he saw it, so I hope you guys see the pinned Cash App. And I hope you can see the star comment in the comments, because I don't see it anywhere. The last 2 times it didn't show up, the star comment. I don't know why. Okay, so, hold on. All right, so we're going to do 2 cups of ketchup. And most likely I'll have to buy more ketchup when I go shopping again the next time. Hold on. I showed y'all this, oops, 1 time, but I don't know. You could do this, and it'll make the ketchup come down, but it's not working as well with this bottle. I am going to get a spoon out to scrape it out of the measuring cup. Okay. I'll turn it back towards the stove when I go to cook. right here so you can see me while I'm just mixing this stuff, okay? Okay. Can you see it? Well, you can see the fries, but see it's right there. Okay? See, because behind me is all the ingredients. Okay? So let's okay. So let's do the second cup. And I'm gonna try not to be loud, but you're gonna hear me tapping this on the counter. Okay, to get almost all of it down. One time I needed ketchup and I made it homemade. I most certainly did. Okay, it's getting all over the place. So I opened the lid completely. Okay, so the ketchup's gone. I have to buy some more. I don't think I have any more. Nope, I don't have any more ketchup. So we're going to use what I got. It's close to it's about half a cup. Okay? So not all the way. Okay. So get a napkin. Get this ketchup up that's splattered on the counter. Okay. All right. Now, let's see what's next. Okay.
Going. A little more. We're just going to do it like that. Get that in there. A little X to make sure it's a cup. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. We got a 4th cup of packed brown sugar, right? Get that in there. A 4th cup of apple
Let's go
cider
back.
vinegar.
I got to hear what he said. I missed it.
A little more.
I missed.
Like that. Get that in there. A little X to make sure it's a cup. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. We got a 4th cup of packed brown sugar, right? Get that in there.
Okay. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. 2 tablespoons. And a 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Packed brown sugar. Okay? So let me open this tomato paste. Oh, it's not getting on there right. Something's not right. The can's not moving. Let me see here, guys. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Something's going wrong. Let me try the upside down way. Oh, that worked. I don't know what happened with the top side. So I just did it upside down. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. Something was wrong with the can, maybe. Okay? 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. It's contadina tomato paste. Okay? Okay, let's get. Okay. Let's get it out. Okay. So, we get 2, because I usually have paper towel out to wipe my hands or lay something on it or something. Okay. Oh, the second popsicle.
Where did you find all these things?
Okay.
Did you write it on?
And then I said 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. So let's get it in there. Let's get it packed. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. After I cook the ground beef, I'm gonna end up putting the sauce on top of the ground beef, and it's going to cook for 15 to 20 minutes. So that's when I'll put the fries in, because fries take about 18 to 22. Okay? So let's see what's next. It keeps
Brown sugar, right? Get that in there. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then we're gonna go with some of the, well, some people say W sauce, Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna go with 2 of tomato paste. We got 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, right? Get that in there. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then we're gonna go with some of the, well, some people say W sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, whatever, however you say it, sauce. We're gonna go with 2 tablespoons or so.
okay. 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar, and I'm just gonna use, and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. So apple cider vinegar, 1/4 of a cup. Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be doubling this stuff. Okay, so I doubled the apple cider vinegar. I did not double the brown sugar. So let's go back and do that. Okay, so I doubled the brown sugar. What else didn't I double? Oh, the tomato paste. Okay. That was almost all gone anyways. Okay, so now, Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons. Put it on in the same as the tomato paste. All right, let's do. Wait, did he say 1 or 2?
And then we're gonna go with some brown sugar, right? Get that in there. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then we're gonna go with some of the, well, some people say W sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, whatever, however you say it, sauce. We're gonna go with 2 tablespoons or so. And then we're gonna go with some liquid smoke. We're gonna go with about a teaspoon or 2.
Okay, he said 2 tablespoons. So it will be 4 because I'm doubling. Okay. So did that, and then we're gonna have liquid smoke. He said a teaspoon or 2, and he just splashed. I don't need to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a teaspoon or 2. 2, 3. I just gave it 3. Okay. Okay. Now I think I got all the liquids and the stuff, so we're gonna go with these seasonings. Let's see. And hot sauce. Oh yeah.
Or salt, hot sauce, whatever your favorite hot sauce is.
A teaspoon or 2. Yeah.
Same. Teaspoon or 2. Well, we're doing 2 teaspoons of the smoked paprika. Now we're gonna go with some garlic powder. Teaspoon or 2. Same with the onion powder. Okay, we're gonna go last with some brown mustard, about 2 teaspoons or so. Go ahead and give this a good whiskey.
Okay, a teaspoon or 2 of the onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. Smoked paprika. He said smoked paprika. So let's go. Let's find the smoked paprika. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so everything is 1 or 2 teaspoons, whatever you want. And then, except for the ground mustard, he just said 2 teaspoons. He said 2 teaspoons straight up. With the onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, he said a teaspoon or 2. So let's get out the teaspoon. Normally I just grab a spoon, but this time I just feel like using the actual measuring. Okay, so onion powder. Got to take this top off so I can scoop out. Okay, here's the thing. He said a teaspoon or 2. So if I put 2, then it would be 4 if I doubled it. If I just did 1, it would be 2. So instead, I'm just going to do 3. I'm just going to do 3 teaspoons. That's an in-between. Okay. Okay. Smoked paprika. Oops, it don't fit on there. Oops. Some fell in there. So I'm not going to put a third one. Some fell in there, and so I just put a tiny bit. Okay. And ground mustard, 2 teaspoons, so I'll put 4. That's brand new. I had some ground mustard at one time, but I don't know what happened. Okay. So that's taken care of. Okay. So then you take your whisk, and we want to whisk it. Okay. Whisk it all together until it all gets mixed up. Okay. And then while this is doing its thing in the pan pot, I'm gonna put a little bit of onion and the bell peppers in a tiny bit of oil, and let them get translucent, and then I'll pop the ground beef into the pan and cook the ground beef with it. And then, drain the ground beef and then okay. So we did that. So now let's go back.
Some good whiskey. Alright, once we got it whisked away, we're gonna grab a saucepan, transfer it over to a saucepan. And now we're gonna bring this to a boil. So a pan and some oil. That's just a little oil. We're gonna grab 3 bell pepper, chopped up, and some white onion. We're gonna get that up in there. Okay, so once you bring it to a boil like that, and I'm starting to thicken up a little bit, but it's going to be way more than that. Now you're going to do is bring it down to a simmer. We're going to allow this to simmer and whisk it occasionally until it thickens up. By that, your onion,
Okay.
pepper, translucent.
Okay, so we're going to pour it into a saucepan. And we're going to bring it to a boil. And then once it boils, we'll bring it down to a simmer and let it just do its thing until it thickens up some. Okay? And while it's coming to a boil, I'm going to put the onions and bell peppers in here. But I'm going to put it on like a 6, not medium high like I do with the ground beef until I put the ground beef in there. Okay? So let's get it on 6, and I'm going to get olive oil, and I'm going to put some in here. Not even a lot because ground beef is going to be great. This is just this is just for the onions and bell peppers to get. Okay. Okay. Let's put some of this back. All right. Shit, oh, sorry guys, sorry for the curse. Sorry. I dropped this. Sorry. I dropped it. Okay. So, put this back. And I also do have some minced onion. So if you ever don't have onion, you can use some minced onion, okay? You can use some minced onion. Okay?
Lay down.
I'll put these 2 away in a minute. I don't know how I got stuff all over it. Okay. So now, let's put the sauce in here. Okay. Let's turn you. Oh, can you guys see? Okay. Got the pan. Well, not the real. Turn it on to about an 8 for this pan, and then on to simmer. Once it boils, just give it a quick stir, and then. Okay. So that's. Put a few. I forgot to mix these up. When I cut them up the other day, I put them in this bag. I forgot to mix all the colors up. But I'm just going to put about, that's enough. Okay, put a few onions, not that many. Oh, that's it. What's wrong, baby? All right, let mommy get some stuff started, and then I'll take care. I know what time it is. It's time for my baby to eat. Just give me a minute. Okay, let me get some things taken care of here. So I can just rinse some of this. I made some sauce similar to this. I didn't have to put it on the stove, but it was mixed with Worcestershire sauce, brown sugar, ketchup. It didn't have the liquid smoke and stuff, but it was for a sloppy Joe casserole made by Rachel Ray with pasta in it. Oh my gosh, it's so good, and the sauce smells so delicious. Okay, I'm like always smelling it, and I forgot to smell this one. Oh, it smells good. So let me get my spoon. And I will be putting the lid on it once I put the sauce on the ground beef when it's done cooking. Okay. So it doesn't, you know how like when you put spaghetti sauce on ground beef and you heat it in the pan, the ground beef's done, but you're heating the sauce. And you put the lid on because it's gonna splat. Yeah. Okay. So let's just get this. Let me rinse this bowl. Okay, guys. All right, let's put all this other stuff in the bowl. Okay. All right, let's see. Anybody come on? Nobody's come on. Nobody on either one. Okay. All right. Let me just put this liquid smoke and Worcestershire sauce away. Sorry, guys. Everything is falling down. And I couldn't get the Worcestershire sauce back in its spot. So I was like, ugh. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. So, oh, I forgot. I need to stir this one time. Okay, turn it down to simmer and let it thicken up some. I'll give it a stir every here and there. I'm gonna just lay this here. I don't know why. Okay, let's give this a stir. Okay, I think it's good. So I'm gonna turn it on medium high for the ground beef. Let's do this. And then I'm gonna wash my hands. And I'm gonna put some food down for my puppy. Let me wash my hands real quick. I need to chop up the meat, but I don't want to put my hands on the handle of the meat smasher, you know. All right, let's smash up this meat. I kind of smash and twist, smash and twist. Sometimes I do this, but most of the time I smash and twist. Okay? And if you'd like to, season your ground beef, you can, but it's got a bunch of seasonings in there and it's going to go all over the ground beef. Okay. I'll just put this right here. Okay, so that's going. That's going. Let me. Oh, my back is hurting, guys. Oh, like something crazy. It is. It really is. So when I bend over here, I had to get my dog, the older dog. I had to get her some water. I know my puppy out there whining. Yeah, she's whining. Get my big dog a scoop. There we go. That's it. Scoop. Okay, guys. So the meat is cooking and it's on medium high, which I always put my ground beef. All right, Jazzy. I don't know if y'all can hear her whining. All right, so Daddy bring you.
Go.
Oh, that hurts. All right, eat up. All right, she's eating. All right, guys. Because, you know, I don't want the french fries to be done first and then they get cold. So. Stirring the meat up. I hope that's not too much sauce. Because he said only one, and after 15 or 20 minutes, it came out perfect. But the sauce will reduce and kind of stick to the meat. You know, it won't be. I'm stirring it every once in a while so I can see how thick it gets. I may let it go until the ground beef is done. We'll see. But let's get this ground beef going. All right. All right, so it's doing its thing. See anybody? Nobody yet? I even bought some of this, guys. I want to show you. I just saw it. I saw a whole bunch of different Mrs. Dash. I like Mrs. Dash. It's salt-free. But this one is Table Blend. Just called Table Blend. I think I have a Mrs. Dash, a big one. Maybe up there in the cabinet. But I have to make sure if it's still good because I've had it for a while. I don't use it that often. That's because I always forget I have it. But there's this guy and his wife and the family that I watch on. He's a cooking guy and he has his own line of cookware and seasonings and stuff. They have a line of seasonings that have salt in them. Then they have a whole bunch that are salt free. And I wanted to buy the salt free ones. They got like, I can't think, but a whole bunch of different ones. Let's cook it up here. Eat your food, Jazzy. No, she usually eats like, if she eats at 8 o'clock in the morning, she'll eat like 8, 1, and 6. But she ate like, did she eat closer to 8:30, I think? So it would be 1:30. But my husband said, because I went to the doctor's today, my husband said she ate at 1:40. So it would have been like 6:30, 6:40. Come here, Jazzy. Come finish. You got a lot of food in here. Come on. You got a lot left from your regular portion. I mean, she don't got a lot left, but a lot left of what I put in there. Eat your food. Because she will come back late, like my husband will take her out in 30 minutes and then she'll come back in here and eat. See? She's got a bunch of it. Eat your food, Jazzy. She's sitting there staring at me. What do you want? Eat your food. All right, this ground beef is almost done. Okay, the ground beef is almost done. Babe, when you go back over there, I need you to check your phone to make sure I'm not getting any comments, because this is weird. Last time I did not see the star comment that was pinned. You know, the star comment is usually pinned and in the comments. I did not see it. I pinned the Cash App, and I still did not see the Cash App pinned. But my husband looked and he said he did see the Cash App pinned. So I don't know. But I figured sometimes people are busy around 2 or 3. But today is it's 6:30. Yeah, so I thought more people would be on, but and you know, I could go back the way I did it at the beginning when I started doing cooking. I would pre-record it. I would just do a pre-record. That way, well, I didn't do it for this reason, but it probably make me go faster because I'll just do things, talk, but I wouldn't be constantly looking to see if someone commented because it's a pre-record. And then when I did the crockpot meals, I would pre-record part 1 and then part 2 I pre-record and then put them on an app called no, I just forgot the app's name. CapCut. And I put them on there in the order that they were, and they become one video. But the way I try to make it like flow easy in from one video to the next, but sometimes you can tell where the first video ended and the other one, even though they were one video.
Yes, you have comments.
Huh? Okay, guys. Oh, that's good, Shannon. Hi, Shannon. How are you doing? Not good. Hi, Elizabeth Nye. How are you doing? Hi, Becky. How are all of y'all doing? I do see the star comment on my husband's phone, and I do see all these comments. I apologize to you guys if I have not responded because I do not see anything. All I see is the Cash App that I posted and the Amazon wish list. That's all I see. So I do apologize. So I'm here now to say hi to you, Shannon. And that's good that every video is now adding captions. That way you can see what I'm saying better, since you have a hearing now. And Elizabeth Nye, how you been? Miss seeing you on here. And hi, Becky. How are you doing today? Oops. What happened? Oh, what happened? No, guys, I kind of scrolled up on my husband's phone by accident. I came back to the video, but all your comments disappeared. And now it says your comments and replies will appear here. What happened? I accidentally scrolled up and I went back to the video and all the comments went away. You want me to keep this in here? Okay. So, he told me to keep it in here. Oh, I did it again. Oh, stupid me. Oh, gosh, guys, I'm sorry. Hold on for a minute. Just tell me what you did. This is by accident. All right, guys. So, she's not staying in the kitchen, babe. So, guys, I'm going to look at my husband's phone to see any comments, but I will be. I'm right here. Okay? I'm hoping when I post the video that those comments show up. I'll have to check. But last time, I think this happened too. But last time, which was... There was no comments last time, were there? Huh? Remember I told you to check? I don't know. Last time, I don't know. Let me check on this sauce. Okay. It's getting a lot thicker. And the meat's just about done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the sauce off. And I think I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on here. Okay. Okay, so put some salt and pepper on here, on the meat. So let's stir it up and taste the meat. Okay, I can taste salt and pepper. All right. All right, so I pushed the meat back, and I'm going to drain the meat with paper towel again. I don't know why I started, because I didn't feel like it. So I'm tilting it forward a little bit. Oops, I dropped some meat on the floor. So let me see how much is left on here. Okay, it's not a lot. All right. Comment here if you're still here. No, we did put salt and pepper on it. Comment here if you're still here. All right, so just going to turn it down to 6. Okay. And we're going to pour the sauce on here. Okay. So I poured the sauce on there. Okay. Now mix it up. Might have a little much sauce, but okay. Stir that up. Now let's see.
All right, so after it's simmered for about 15 minutes or so, stir it in, right? Then I'm gonna cool down a little bit, right? And look at this. Yes.
Okay, let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. So we're going to put the lid on there and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to put the fries in. Fries are 18 to 22, so we're going to do 18 minutes for the fries, and that'll be about the time for this because he said 15 to 20. Okay? It's a little bit behind on my husband's phone. I can see that. Okay, because when I turned to look at it, I was putting the lid on the pan, and I had already done that. So just comment here, or I'm here, or whatever. Let me know you're here. Okay? Alrighty. Let's go with this. I'm going to rinse this pan. It had the sauce in it. Okay. Okay, I got that rinsed, so that's good. All right. Trying to look at you guys, but I also looking at these comments. So let me hold the phone. Okay, guys. Nobody on YouTube. Okay. Well, no, I don't actually see the star comment. But I do see it says at the bottom, send 200 stars to pin your comment here. Okay, yeah, it's on. Oh, simmer. So I'll stir it every once in a while just to make sure it's not sticking. Okay? So, guys, I don't know what's going on. And I updated my phone. And I updated my iPad too. So, you know, the iOS, you know how the iPhones, you know, and the other Androids, you know, they have updates. So, but how have you all been doing? You still here, Shannon? It shows one person is watching. Probably is you, Shannon. A lot of people leave if they don't see me, but I apologize. But yeah, my Amazon wish list and Cash App came up, but nothing when I put it in, but nothing else. So I'm just taking a guess that it's you, Shannon, that's still on here. Okay. Anybody want to come on YouTube? Come on. I don't understand why I'm not seeing comments. Why I'm not seeing anything. Oh, they're all popping up now. I swipe to the right to hide the comments, and then I swipe back to the left so the comments would show, and they all start popping up now. Well, hold on, guys. There you go. I swiped to the left where I hide the comments, swipe back, and all the comments came up. Started popping up. Can you type hi just so I can make sure they're still coming up? I know all the old ones came up, but I want to make sure new ones come up. Okay, I'm having my husband comment hi so I can see if the new comments are coming up. All the old comments came up. I'm sorry, guys, I missed it. So now now it shows nobody's watching. Did you type hi? Okay, it came up finally. I thought you left, Shannon. Hey, I know I didn't respond because none of your comments were coming up. Nobody's comments were. And my husband, I told him to check his phone, and he said there was comments on there. So I was holding his phone and reading comments, all the comments that were up there already. And then I went and I scrolled to the right to hide the comments that were supposed to be here. And I scrolled back to the left, and all the comments started popping up. And then I told my husband to say hi to make sure I could still see new comments. And it took a moment, but his comment came up. And now I see your comment where you said hello, and it said you're watching. You must have gone out and come back in. But it's not showing you're watching. It's showing nobody's watching. It doesn't have that one person's watching. So I don't know why. But it's not showing you're watching, Shannon. But I can see you're here. So it's okay. Okay, so hopefully I can see new comments that come up. because I saw your hello. So, could you hear everything I was saying, Shannon, for my recipe? After you came on, could you hear everything I was saying? Let me know. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure I could hear you, that you could hear what I was saying. Just let me know. Just let me know. Do you still have me on? Just let me know. I saw that Shannon said hello. I'm guessing she left and came back in because she had already said hello before. But let me know after that, after your hi, she said hello. Let me know if any comments come after that, if I don't notice them. Because her hello came up right after your hi, but your hi took a moment. All right, guys, so we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. I am going to go ahead and stir this. It is pretty runny, so I hope it thickens up and, you know, the sauce, how do I say it? Condenses, or, you know, like when you make tacos and you make taco meat and you put water and the taco seasoning in the meat and you let it cook for like a few minutes or like 5 minutes or whatever. And the water with the seasoning kind of reduces. Yeah. So hopefully that. So we'll see. See, it's cooking up. See, we got the heat. Can y'all see that when I lift the lid? You can see it a little bit, actually. See? Y'all see that? Well, you can't see it too well on the computer, but you can see the steam. So, checking on the fries. All right. So, what have you been up to lately, Shannon? Besides working and stuff. What else have you been up to? Me, nothing much. I went to the dentist yesterday. I've got to get a bunch of stuff done with my teeth. First thing I got to do is there's a tooth that's really loose. I think from a very bad cavity. It has to be pulled. You know, you never know. He said, yes, it could get infected and it could start hurting. I don't want to get to that point and then I have to rush there and, you know, but it's going to cost me $700 and some. That's the price they charge. Because they checked with my insurance and I have a 5 to 6 month waiting period. I think he said 6 months. But it's been only 1 month. It's only been April. Because it started in April. Because I didn't find this insurance for my dental, vision, and hearing until later. And then I got to get new glasses because when I read a lot of stuff, it's blurry. But if I go to the place I got my eyes checked, which I usually go there all the time, the kids went there when they were little too. But it had a different name. It was called Our Eyes, but now it's called something else. But there it's going to cost me $300 and some. That's after insurance. So I don't know. I got to go out and look around and check a couple of other eye places and see how much their prices are. Then I went to the doctor's today. It's been 3 weeks since I first went to my first new patient appointment. He went over the blood work, and I asked him about 2 other medicines I'm supposed to be taking that he didn't give me a prescription for, or didn't call it in, because most of them call the prescriptions in now. One of them, I think he said he didn't think I needed it or thought, but I said I still have that issue. So he called that one in, and there's another one. He said that wasn't on my list, but he was giving it to me before, years ago, when I used to see him, because he was at another practice I was going to. But so those 2 got taken care of. Now I got to take another medicine. He said it was supposed to be Ozempic for diabetes. It was, but he called, and I don't know if it's the generic brand or is it a different one he called in. But at first he said Ozempic. I don't know. Something called Mounjaro. But Ozempic is weekly. Mounjaro is weekly. I think that's what it showed when I saw the thing. But other diabetes medicines that I have to inject are daily, he said. That's why he wanted to try for these other medicines, because they're only weekly. But I don't know if the insurance will cover it, because last year when I was in the hospital, when I left the hospital, they wanted me to take Ozempic, but I never did. The insurance wouldn't cover it. It was a different insurance, but they wouldn't cover it. They wanted me to go to the doctors and try for the other 2 that are more cheaper, but I wasn't going back to that doctor to begin with, so that never happened. But the hospital pharmacy, they were, if I got it there, they would charge $300, which is a discount because it costs more than that. Yeah, that's how expensive Ozempic is. But there's some other ones, but they got to be taken daily. So we'll see what this insurance does, because he sent it off to there's a place called Communicare. It's a pharmacy that they work with, that the doctors work with. It's part of them. It's not in their office, but it's off a street that's downtown somewhere. But I'm like, I got to go all the way back there to get the medicine. But the nurse was like, they deliver. So I could see about that. But he said they're cheaper. So, but if they don't cover it, then he'll put in for another medicine. But the other medicines that they might cover, I think those are the ones he said that are daily. But it's going to be tough, because I'm not used to injecting any needles in me. I ain't never done that. Just one time in my whole life did I inject a needle in somebody else. Yeah, when I was living, when the kids were younger and we had to go live with my mom's best friend, there was this guy. He was a nice guy. He had been living with her. She helped take care of him. He was living down in the basement. I had it all set up. The basement's where the washer and dryer was. There was another room in the basement too, but he was sleeping in the main part. Anyways, because where we were living in Virginia, we have basements. Here in Texas, they don't. But she couldn't get downstairs. I don't know who did it before or after that. But this one day, she kind of showed me and told me how to do it, and asked if I would go downstairs and inject it in his arm, and she told me what to do, and I did it. I was scared as hell, but I did it, and it ended up okay. But I was like, oh, I don't want to do this again. But I don't know if it's one of those things you got to squeeze your stomach and inject it, or do you inject it up in your arm? I don't know, but you know. Are you back on here, Shannon? Now it's showing one person. Who's on here? Are you on here, babe? It's you then. Because it was showing nobody was on here, even when you were on here. Sometimes it does that. The count is all off. But okay, guys, it's showing less than 30 seconds. So let me get this ready for take the fries out. All right, so let's get the fries out. Whew. These are the what do you call them? I forgot the name of that restaurant, fries. Rallies and another one that we have in Virginia. But they're supposed to be pre-seasoned, and they look seasoned, but these are my son's favorite, right? He likes these. But I think he buys the thicker fries. He also likes his potato wedges. But when I taste them, they don't taste seasoned. And for some reason, I love pink salt on the fries. So I'm going to put some pink salt. Okay. Just kind of moving them around, touching them very lightly because they're hot, and so is the cookie sheet. They weren't like stuck. They were you just barely touch them and they'll move. All right. Actually, I'm going to move it on top of this. So it's not my way. Okay. Let's go with this. No, it's very liquidy. I'm just going to give it a minute or two more without the lid to see if that helps. Because there was something that I cooked before. Forgot what it was. But it said if it's all the liquid's not out or something, or where it's supposed to be, cook it another 2 to 3 minutes or whatever it had said with the lid off. Because when you were cooking it, it was with the lid on. So that's what it said. Okay, so we have these. Nature's Own. That's the bread we eat too. Nature's Own. Perfectly crafted brochet style. Okay, that's the, somebody once told me, and maybe they could be right. Because you double the recipe, like instead of 1 pound of ground beef, I used 2. I don't necessarily have to double the sauce. The sauce that is made just originally might have been enough, or I could have done just like half of a double. You know, like when it said a cup of ketchup, instead of 2 cups of ketchup, just put cup and a half, which I with ketchup I did. But when it said 2 tablespoons of ground mustard, instead of 4 tablespoons, just put 3. You know, just half of the, you know what I'm saying. So, I'm going to turn it off. I should have waited a little bit after I started this. He said let it cool a minute, but I'm going to let it sit for a minute and see if that helps. I moved it to another burner. If that doesn't help, I'm going to drain it a little bit. Yeah. Or I could have put a can and a half of Coke. 1 whole can and a half can. Okay, just give it a few minutes and see what happens. Hold on, guys. These are going to get cold before we eat them. Good? You don't want another one right now? I know you thought they were done before. Yeah, I wouldn't have cooked them that far ahead. I'm going to keep checking on the fries. Make sure, I don't think they should burn. But I turned the oven off. I mean, the oven. I'm going to wait till the oven cools down a little bit. Then I'm going to put them in there just to keep them warm. Let's see, I'm going to try something. Hold on, guys. Let me get something. I know I doubled the ground beef, but maybe I should have just partially added a little more, not double the sauce, because it was too much sauce. Shh. I'll be out here in a minute, Jazzy. Okay? She barking when she saw me. Okay, we are going to drain this a little bit. Ooh, that pan is heavy. That didn't do a lot. Maybe I should have just used the bigger one. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. No. That wasn't working quite as well as I thought it was. Okay. But let's see. But let's taste it and see. It's really good. This, and I'm going to do this next time. Because I used to do this. I used to do it all the time. And my husband and my son can tell you, and they loved it. We would use the canned sloppy Joe, okay? And we would have sloppy Joes. And then the next time I would get the sloppy Joe, I would still put it over the ground beef and warm it up. We would have it over pasta. That means I would cook some macaroni noodles, elbow macaroni, and I would dump the ground beef and the sauce into the macaroni. Yeah. And we would switch off every so often. Now, that's almost like doing Rachel Ray's casserole thing. I would just have to put it in a casserole dish and add some cheese on top and put it in the oven. But I'm going to do that next time. Yeah, babe? I'm going to make some elbow macaroni and I'm going to dump this. All that extra sauce, it would be perfect. Soak it up in the elbow macaroni. Yes, definitely. And I'm going to make it just this way with the Coke. And the exact same way I did it here. Can I remember it? Let me see. I don't know if I'll remember it in a week or 2 or 3 or whatever I do it again. But what can I remember it right now? Let's see. I used 2 pounds of ground beef. He only used 1, but his regular thing was can of Coke, cup of ketchup, doesn't have to be an exact order, but 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, like a teaspoon or 2 of what do you call it? The liquid smoke. The liquid smoke. And then 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. And was that all the liquids? I think that was all the liquids. And then for the seasonings, smoked paprika, 1 or 2 teaspoons. Onion powder and garlic powder, 1 or 2 teaspoons. And ground mustard, 2 teaspoons. So I think that's right. So I guess my husband's the only one on here. Yeah, these are not staying hot. They're about. So I'm going to put them back in the oven. The oven is still hot, but it's not on. So it's cooling down. So just to kind of keep the French fries warm. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this so I can drain all the liquid. Okay? So let's get to it. Now that little bit of ground beef that I tasted good. So, all right. I was like, what do I do with the bread? So here we go. I'm getting the bread. And I'm gonna make 2 sandwiches a piece right now. I'm pretty sure it makes more than 4, but because I doubled it, but yeah. Okay. So, and it's gonna be hot, so gotta be careful. So let's do this. Okay. All right. Top it and top it. Okay. Get 2 more. Put it on here. Okay. Babe, make sure there's room on there. I'll be there in a second. Okay. I was about to lay it on the stove. I was like, that burner probably isn't even cool yet. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. That's done. Alright, both sandwiches are done. Okay, guys. I'm going to take a bite of it before I put the fries on there. Alright, see what it looked like?
Was doing a pretty good job, but there was just one problem. It all happened in front of his father.
Okay, and then when I put the fries on there, I'll take a picture of my husband's plate since.
The dog was doing a pretty good job, but there was.
But you see what it looks like?
It all happened in front of his father. This man.
Okay. Now let's get a bite of the first sandwich. Ooh. It's gotta be careful because it's gonna be hot as well. It's already fully. Oh, amazing! Better. The can is good. It is. But this is better. Make this sauce. And I'm going to put it on 2 pounds of ground beef. And I'm going to make some next time. I'm going to make some elbow macaroni. And I'm going to mix it in with that. We've had it that way in the past, right, babe? But instead of with the can, it'll be with this sauce, homemade. So, that is so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to roll that up so they go. And I'll put the little clip back on. So, in a little while. So, let's get these fries out. Okay, Okay, yes, they did. They warmed up some. So. Okay, so let's get a picture with the plate and the sandwiches. Let me turn it this way so I can see the. Okay, guys, see how it kind of looks with the fries? Okay. All right, let me go give this to my husband, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to end the video.
His crew almost got set on fire because when this rider decided to quickly pull over for a pit stop to change his tires, the fueler tried to get the Suzuki as much
Babe?
as he could, but when the rider saw his tire bender finished with his bike, he decided he wanted to get back on the track right away, causing him to rush the fueler and unsafely removing the
She was chewing on the cord.
fuel spewing everywhere and even on the Suzuki. As this
Yeah, I got to watch her near those cords. Like Brownie, she used to chew on cords as a puppy. All right, so I'm going to end this video the way I end all videos. I appreciate everybody who came on. And I want to sincerely, I hope you see this, I want to sincerely apologize. Because if y'all were on here, you may not watch a replay. So I'm going to make a comment because, you know, sometimes when you watch somebody's live video, you may get a notification that there's a new comment in that video. So I'm going to make a new comment apologizing. Okay? So, and like somebody once said on their video, I can't see your comments. I don't know what's wrong, but when I'm done the live, I will go back and read and comment to all the comments. So, yes, I'll go back and, because I scrolled one way, scrolled back, and all the comments started popping up, but y'all were gone. So I will go, and if you said hi, I'm going to say hi back, and I'll respond. Okay? So, I'm going to end the way I always end. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I appreciate anybody who will watch the replay later on. I appreciate you for that. Please share. Please share. I ask you. I don't always ask for you to share. I want you to, but I keep forgetting. But please share this video. If you hear this, please share. Share, so other people can see my videos and see who I am and maybe follow me as well, please. And recommend me as well, please. I greatly appreciate it. All right? And if you're following me on here and not on my second page, Elizabeth's Life, please come over there and join and follow me as well. All righty? So I want y'all to stay positive, do your thing. Don't ever give up. And I want you guys to know that I love you guys very much. And I want y'all to have a good rest of your evening. All right? And I will talk to you later, and I will try to come live tomorrow. But if I do, it'll be on Elizabeth's Life. Okay? My secondary page. Elizabeth with an apostrophe S, Life, L-I-F-E. All righty? So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Facebook. Bye, guys.